Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Reactions. We are back again with another video. Yeah. In the news, your girl, Adrienne Joy Johnson. Yeah, man. Title: Two men ran a train on Adrienne Joy Johnson for her 50th birthday. Reaction. Wow. Didn't see this one coming. But you all know the drill. Let's react to this.
You think it'll ever be like a normalized thing for two guys and one woman? Because you know
they
act like
Manhattan.
that's a train, and it's very normal for like threesomes when it's two women and a man. But do you think we'll ever come to a place in society where it'll be like a threesome is two men and a woman?
Now notice this, fam. We have a time where people are very sexually promiscuous in today's day. Women have been given this freedom to just be out there sleeping around, just doing whatever they want, not worrying about body count, not worrying about their soul ties, not worrying about the fact that they won't be able to pair bond in the future. They're not concerned about shame. They're not concerned about the guilt, the embarrassment of what they're doing and their choices. We have women that fight against a man having more than one wife. At the same time, we see women on this particular podcast talking about, will it ever be accepted, okay, for two men to deal with one woman? Now, I've been speaking on this over the years that women in today's day have been practicing polyamory for a long time. Yet no one want to talk about that. When I talk about the fact that we have so many single mothers out here, women that have 2, 3, 4, 5 baby daddies, and they're sexually intimate with these particular men, no one talks about that. But the minute I talk about a man having more than one wife in terms of practicing polygyny, women be like, well, I'm not with that. I don't support that. I don't deal with that. When in all actuality, women have been sharing men for a very long time. Not only that, they allow various men inside their box with no restrictions. So right here, they're asking the question, will it ever be accepted? For example, when you hear the term threesome, you're thinking of one man, two women. Now, when you hear the word threesome, you don't think about two men and one woman. And keep in mind, I don't endorse threesomes for men or threesomes for women. What I endorse is polygyny, a man having more than one wife. And when a man have more than one wife, he's not intimate with both of his wives at the same time. Anyone you see on social media promoting polygamy in terms of one man having two or more wives, and he identifies situations where him and all his wives are in the same bed having sex, that guy is not practicing polygyny. That guy is a whoremonger male. Do you understand me? Let's get back to this.
A woman, and they'll be okay with that.
No.
What does that mean?
I mean,
though?
but some men, they do it, but again, it's just, to them, is a train. It's not.
Any man that is bucket naked in front of another man banging a woman is suspect, fam. There's no way around that. And they don't respect the woman. You have to understand that. If you're a lady and you getting a train rammed on you by two or more men, please understand, none of those men respect you, just like none of the men that dealt with Miss Johnson, none of them respect her. You understand? She's just an old 304.
Not a threesome.
Right.
But I mean,
but even for women, a lot of women will never do that.
Yeah, when they ask me, they're like, "Would you do a threesome?" I'm like, "Yeah, bring in. Let me pick the guy." They're like,
"Wow." You see what just took place there, fam? In other words, what she's saying is she had a particular guy that pretty much told her, "Look, you want to try a threesome? You want to get down with that?" And in his mind, he's like, she's going to consider the fact that I want another chick to come, in the bed. In her mind, she responded by saying, "Yeah, I'm cool with it. Let me pick the guy." Which means she want to deal with more than one guy at the same time. And see, brothers, this is what's going down in these streets. I've been trying to put you onto the game, but you've been out here thirsting for so-called pick-me women. You've been too busy following around some tits. And because you're not paying attention and you have missed class for many years, you're out in these streets all alone, not understanding what these modern women are doing. The truth of the matter is, most modern women are having trains ran on them. Especially these women that are up in their 40s and 50s. A lot of these women be sexually active like never before, fam. Let's break this down.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I get so mad.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've only done that.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And
two men,
and they traded off. It was like they were friends, and they traded off. It's the best 50th birthday ever. It's the best 50th birthday ever.
Wow, fam. Here we have a 50-plus-year-old woman talking about two men running a train on her. And she said it was the best 50th birthday she ever had, fam. This is what's going on in these streets, man. And I don't know, for people that's supposed to have money and whatnot, why y'all chair looking dusty like that? Like, look at the handle area of the chair, fam. The armrest of that sofa, couch, whatever the hell it is dusty as hell, tearing off. Like, y'all couldn't get better material. Like, that's where y'all, like, dag, man. Like, y'all setups be whack.
Yes.
Okay. And they traded off. So it was never like them together.
Together, okay.
It was like they were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. And it was like...
They were flip-flopping her, fam. And she also slipped up by saying, they weren't doing it at the same time. You know good and well that both of those men were banging you at the same time. One was in your butt, and the other one was in your box. Or one was in your box, and one was in your mouth. Or one was in your butt, and one was in your mouth. See, we gotta keep it 1,000 with you, fam, because this is what's going down in these streets. You understand? Now keep in mind, this woman is publicly speaking about her bedroom business before the whole world. So how in the world could you tell me that I'm wrong for sharing my thoughts? All I'm doing is reacting to what I'm hearing. And you mad. You mad because this old 50-year-old is still a 304.
Like, oh my
nice.
goodness.
Wow. Like a tennis match.
It was like doing salsa with two guys at the same time. 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 Just like romantic and sexy.
Nice.
And never intertwined, but at the same time it was two.
She's saying they never intertwine. All cap. All cap, man. Talking about they all didn't intertwine. She know good and well that when she was dealing with them particular brothers, they pretty much was banging her at the same exact time, but she's trying not to sound dirty. But at the end of the way, you're dirty if you had a train ran on you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are older women that's supposed to be teaching these young sisters how to be wives. But this is what society has done. Now, how do you brothers expect to find quality women when you got 50-plus-year-old women getting trains ran on them and they're on a public podcast, literally enjoying their time talking about their escapades? You can't make this up, fam. Let's go.
Yeah. Don't you feel like, but people make you feel like, because I feel like in society, like when we've been on here, guys don't really admit to stuff like that as much.
Because those particular guys that do those things keep them things to themselves. Whereas you modern women, you always expose your bedroom. Do you understand? And again, I don't support none of that, running trains on chicks and threesomes. I don't support none of that mess. At the same time, brothers probably keep their situation discreet, where nobody ain't out there in their business. But women, it's like they're very comfortable talking about, how much head they gave. They're comfortable talking about how many bodies, how many men they dealt with. They'll openly talk about they had a train ran on them while drinking drinks. And it's supposed to be cool. They really think that this makes them pop, like this is some sort of, like this is the norm, but this is an embarrassment to our women, fam. This is an embarrassment. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna admit
There's like
that.
a list of things that they don't admit to.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So wait, were these guys, so they were friends with each other?
They were friends.
Okay.
So she had a train ran on her from two friends. 50-year-old now, a woman who's supposed to be wise. So when they tell you wisdom come with age, no, it don't. Because this woman right here, 50 plus years old, and she's still not wise. And if she had a train ran on her at 50, she's trying to make it seem like this is her first time doing that. Nah, fam, she always been doing this. Allegedly. Because to be so comfortable talking about that in the public mean that this is a lifestyle you always been doing. And being that she turned 50, she was like, I'm just going to go all out and get 2 Ds at the same time. This is a sad situation. There is nothing hot about this. There's nothing impressive about this. And it once again showed that modern women focus their entire life purely on sex. And this is how you know their body counts be through the roof, fam. Let's go.
And I knew they were friends. Mm-hmm. And it was all about that Coco Patron.
See, fam? Coco Patron. You talk to the so-called BW about drinks, she know every drink that you need to drink so you could get high, so you could get tipsy, so you could get toasted. She knows all the drinks. Why? Because she drank these drinks to put her in that zone so she could get that train ran on her. This is sad, fam. Like, I'm totally disgusted with what I'm seeing concerning our women. That a lot of times I'm trying to help you brothers so that you can be guided in these streets, man, because it's dangerous out here. These women are out here sleeping around with all these different dudes. Venereal diseases are coming forth. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You meeting up with a sister, you trying to get with her. You can't even think about kissing the modern woman nowadays, fam. Because you don't know how many D's been in her mouth, fam. Like, real talk. You don't know how many D's she done swallowed. You don't know how many D's she done did this. You don't know. It's that disgusting, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here. This woman is 50 plus years old, man. She's supposed to have grandkids coming in. But no, she's out here talking about 2 brothers who's pretty much running a train on her, fam. And she's proud of that. That's like a great accomplishment for her. She feel like she has reached a certain level. And this is being broadcast to the world. So the world get to see the so-called BW at her lowest moment.
Oh, shit.
The purple label.
Coffee Patron?
Coffee Patron.
Cafe.
Cafe.
Patron.
Notice they know all about coffee Patron, but none of them don't know how to cook. All of them women up there is most likely in their 40s, washed up, you know what I'm saying, reformed 304s, probably still 304ing. I mean, when you really think about it, when you see women on a podcast and they all loose drinking and talking about sex, you got to conclude that these women are no good, fam. You're not talking to respectful women that respect their bodies, that respect their image. You're not dealing with women like that. You know, you're dealing with women that are very, superficial, very haughty, cantankerous. They're very loose. They just be out there to give their bodies to everybody. And this is normal for them. And if they're doing it, imagine how many women that are in their 30s, 20s, and even late teens that are doing this. Getting trains ran on them. This is the new thing. This is what they're pushing. Because women feel liberated. They feel free. So when you have podcasts like that, broadcasting that to the world, then guess what these younger sisters are going to do? They're going to want to have men run a train on them. Now, let me explain something for you brothers to understand. And you sisters, for you ladies. For all you women out there that like having trains ran on you, you like having these brothers literally swap you around and flip you around and play games in the bed with you, banging you from the back, from the front, from the side, and you wondering why when you get into a relationship and you're trying to be faithful, you're wondering why your sex life is no more. You're wondering as a woman why this new man you got is unable to please you sexually. It's not that he can't please you. The problem is you've been a 304 your whole life. The problem is your box been unboxed by so many different men. And because of that, you have no walls. And the truth of the matter is this: you can never be a wife. At this point, you have lost your soul. There is no turning back from the world of being a 304. Once a 304, always a 304. You might be the type of woman who want to be a reformed 304, but the tendencies are still in you. That woman is 50 plus years old and had a train ran on her for her birthday. She's not following the Most High Yah. She don't have no morals and values. She don't have no ethics. Pure madness and dysfunction. So ladies, when you're trying to figure out why is it that the man you got is unable to please you, he's doing everything he can. He's stroking you left and right. He's doing everything in his power to try to make you orgasm, but he can't. You know why? Because you've been a 304 your whole life. And you had so many men inside of your body. How could a man please you? How could a man satisfy you when you have opened Pandora's box? You done had 3 men bang you at the same time. 3 men doing all sorts of things to your body. You had 1 in your vagina, 1 in your butt, 1 in your mouth. I mean, how much more could you take? So you took in all of those D's at the same time. Imagine your body experience 3 D's at the same time. So when you get with a brother and you trying to build a relationship and all you getting is 1 D, do you really think that brother's satisfying you? Not at all, because your body has been accustomed to getting ran through. And because you have been getting ran through for so long, that is what you desire. And it gets to the point that when you're in a relationship and you're unable to get that from the man that you currently got, you resort back to the whorish life that you were living. That woman is 50 plus years old. She should be teaching the young sisters to be wives, to prepare them for the future. But instead, she's posting poison to bring our women down. This is sad. And if you're a woman and you're not disgusted by what that woman is displaying, shame on you. It just means you're just like her and you're doing the same exact thing. And any woman that's in their feelings about this, you got problems. Your problem is not me. Your problem is the demons that been laying up with you. Your problems is the spirits that you're carrying. Your problems is all of the D that you allowed in your body, all the DNA that you swallowed. That's your problem. Let's go.
Fake
No,
Patron?
I've had some wild nights on that myself.
That's Cafe Patron.
Mix
For
that with my
sure.
coffee.
Listen.
Wow, those were my real drunk days. I used to love that.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Listen, for a birthday party, get some Cafe Patron, go to St. Bart's, and let me know how it goes.
Look, I'm going to swallow. I'm going to do a threesome. Look, I'm going to swallow. I'm going to do a threesome.
Listen, fam, listen to what she said about swallowing.
Look, I'm going to swallow. I'm going to do a threesome. Look, I'm going to swallow. Look, I'm going to swallow.
Wow.
Look, I'm going to swallow.
Wow.
So wait, so the next.
Wow, fam. Fam. You brothers out there be wanting to kiss these modern women, fam? This is what they do. Get them a couple of drinks. Look at how they talk. That woman right there says she's going to swallow. She's going to do this, man. She's going to swallow. She's going to do this, man. So imagine how much nuts was in her mouth, fam. You can't make this up, fam. Am I making something up? See, what I'm reacting to here is what I'm seeing on the screen. I didn't make nothing up. These women are literally embarrassing themselves. Because you got modern women that be like, oh, you bashing women. How am I bashing women? Bashing what? What did I bash? I'm reacting to what I see. You just heard her say she's gonna swallow. I'm reacting to it. So how does that equate to someone bashing someone? See, the problem with modern women is this. This is the full breakdown. They don't like the truth. They don't like when a man stand up and speak against the buffoonery. They don't like when a man hold them accountable. They like men that are passive. They like men that are weak. They don't want a strong man because a strong man will hold them to the fire. And that's why they always end up with a beta male simp, an effeminate male that ain't got no backbone, a man that they can walk over, a man that they can literally control. That's what they desire. This woman says she's ready to swallow. So how many nuts have she swallowed in her lifetime? Why would a man even want to kiss a broad that been swallowing nuts all her life? That's nasty and that's disgusting for you as a woman to be in the public talking like that. But again, this is America and this is what they allow. Let's go.
Day, how did they act to each other or like afterward? Did they ever acknowledge it or was it just a one thing and nobody ever discussed it?
No, we all went to breakfast and it was like 3 friends that hung out and had a good time. It was weird because it's not like I was into that and I had never done it before.
She said she never done it before, all cap. She said she never done it before. You really believe that, fam? Really? I don't believe that mess. Women like her have a history. Women like her are those type of sexual deviants. You know what I'm saying? Like low key, they do all sorts of stuff. And you just don't know about it because they keep it hidden. They got a great appetite for different things. That's why she went that route. Because one man is not enough. She needs 2. And this is what happens when a woman been a 304 her whole life, dealing with multiple men. She needs something else to really make her come, something else that can make her orgasm. She needs somebody to send her to the roof. So for her to go get with 2 men, that's even better. Because now she got the experience of 2 men inside of her body doing all sorts of stuff to her body, and it makes her get to the point where she can have that feeling as she did when she was a virgin. That's what the modern woman is in search of. She's in search of that feeling that she got with the first guy that she ever was with. That's the feeling she's looking for. Let's go.
It's a
But it was
birthday
a good
present.
time.
But it was happy birthday to me. And it was like, okay. And as it was happening, I was like, this is happening. Like, I was like, this is actually happening.
This
It's
is really
happening.
a real thing.
I kissed one and he was swimming me. I was like, oh my God, this is happening. And then I just kind of relaxed and let it happen.
She relaxed and let it happen, fam. Think about that.
And the next morning, we were like the Three Musketeers. And I was like, so what time tonight? What time tonight? What time tonight?
What time tonight? They were like the Three Musketeers, and they got up in the morning, did what they had to do, and then she was like literally anticipating what we're gonna do later on tonight. Now, is that the type of woman you brothers want to marry? And you wondering why brothers don't want to wife up none of these sisters? Because this is what's going on low key. Let's go.
The way she made it, hers.
It was a salsa dance.
Yeah,
It sounded
beautiful.
beautiful. It sounds more like bachata.
It
was
art. Like art. Exactly.
You know what? You are so right, because it was so effortless and it was so sexy.
She called it effortless and sexy.
But sexy not in a sexual way.
Sensual.
Sexy, yes.
Sensual, sexy, the same thing, fool. Like seriously, like y'all dumb.
Sensual. They were very gentle. You know, they treated me like I was a queen. They treated me like I was a queen.
They treated her like she was a queen. They treated her like she was a queen. Let me tell you sisters something, man. For real. Y'all gotta stop calling yourselves queen. If you do your research on the origin of the word queen, it actually means whore. Do you understand? That's where we get the term drag queen. You know, a male prostitute. The word queen is not a good word. It's a bad word. A word that has horrible meanings. She said she was treated like a queen. Let's see how they treated her.
They treated me like I was a queen. Like they were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. They treated me like I was a queen. They treated me like I was a queen. They treated me like I was a queen. Like they were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. They were flip-flopping me. It was freaky.
You see what's going on, fam? They treated her like a queen. They were flip-flopping her, meaning they were flipping her around. In other words, she was riding one, right? Flipped her over, and then they both was double penetrating her. She said they were flip-flopping her. Imagine a woman 50 plus years old, right? No respect for herself, no shame whatsoever, telling the whole world that two men was flip-flopping her. And she identified that as treating her like a queen. I guess this is what women empowerment is all about, right? This is women empowerment. How many sisters that actually respect themselves agree with this nonsense? Because I don't hear none of you talking about it. You don't hear none of these pick-me females on YouTube talking about this. Oh no, they're not gonna talk about this, but they may after seeing my video. Oh yeah, we already don't know how that go. Let's go.
Was that simultaneously?
Yes, it wasn't like no internet, porn site.
See, she's trying to make it seem like it was all clean and beautiful. No, it was all literally porn. It was the same old trash that y'all all look at low key. And it's just sad because all four of them ladies up there, all of them, well, all five of them, I should say. All five of them ladies are 304s at the end of the day. All of them. And they all have high body counts. You could just look at them and you could just tell. There's something about a woman that can let you know that her body count is through the roof, fam. They dress a certain way, their body look a certain way, their facial structure looks a certain way. It just speaks, I've been used a lot. Because of the amount of spirits she carried, the amount of demons that she possessed. Let's go.
Crap. It was very sensual and sexy and romantic.
Notice how they making it seem like it's something good. Imagine something that is supposed to be shameful, degrading, and disgusting is being broadcast from that podcast as something that's good, worthy, something that women need to try. You see that? Now keep in mind what the Bible says. The book of Titus, chapter 2, verse 3 to 6. The aged women, likewise, that they be in behavior, as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. That's what the Bible says. The aged women. But when we look at these aged women, what are they doing? They're teaching the younger women how to be 304s. They're teaching the younger women how to swallow someone's nut. They're teaching the young women how to have men run trains on them. They're teaching the young women that you need to drink and get drunk and drink strong drinks so you can wild out and have multiple men run a train on your back. That's what they're teaching our women. So how do you expect the community to be better when you got this type of dysfunction that no one on YouTube is talking about other than Black Male Advice TV? Let's go.
And it was just like having, oh my goodness. I say yes, everybody.
You would do it again.
Notice she said yes to everybody, which means she's promoting it to the world. Fam, social media has destroyed our women. There's no other way around it. We have 50-plus-year-old 304s teaching young women to go out there and allow men to run trains on them. You can't make this up.
I've never wanted to have two guys at the same time, but like that.
Notice she says she never wanted to have two guys at the same time, but because she's listening to her story, it influenced her and sparked her interests. And you could look at her and see she's literally drunk. She's full of that alcohol. She's out of her mind. Brothers, be careful. Be very careful out here dealing with women like this, man. Because, you know, I have a lot of humor, a lot of truth, spitting a lot of game. At the same time, brothers, women like this is dangerous, fam. I mean, dangerous. You know what I mean? Imagine that's your woman and she's on that platform talking reckless like that, but she's with you.
I might consider this. Listen, it was the sexiest, most romantic.
Let me tell you something. This kind of reminds a lot of you younger sisters on the time before you lost your virginity. You were talking to a particular woman, a particular friend of yours that was telling you how you need to hurry up, girl. You need to lose your virginity. It's so great. You're going to love it. It's this, it's that. And they literally gave you a bunch of hogwash until that day you got with that boy and he took your virginity. And then once it was gone, you felt like trash because it wasn't all that you expected it to be. And you were ashamed. And even at 50, this woman is doing the same thing to the younger women by telling them, go try it, go do it. You know what she's really wanting you to all do? To go out there and devalue yourself. She wants you to go out there and degrade yourself because she has been degraded. Because she's ashamed of what she's done. She knows she lost her soul, so she want all of you sisters to lose your souls too. She want you to take in the demons that she actually have, so the devil that is inside of her is preaching to the younger sisters to go out there and become 304s too. Let's go.
I mean, it was like...
this sounds beautiful.
Are you guys still pregnant? Like, are you guys just...
They said it sounds beautiful. This is sad, fam.
You know what it sounds like? It sounds very satisfying.
Notice it sounds very satisfying. So if that sounds very satisfying, then you sisters that just have one man and you're trying to do the traditional relationship, that's not going to work for you no more. Because this is what these women are doing, brothers. And this is not new. Brothers, this is not new. You got a lot of modern women right now, as I speak, that are doing this right now. They got 2 brothers or 3 brothers, and these brothers been running a train with them every weekend, fam. Like, no joke. Every weekend, these sisters go to these little parties, these little cliques, and they get trains ran on them. And it's sort of like a pleasure fest where they get their back blown out, fam. And then they go back home to their boyfriend and then they're stressed out. Why? Because they thought that by them going out there, getting that little fun, taking in all that D, getting multiple orgasms, they figure, well, they did something one time. It's cool. I could go back to my relationship and be happy. But what happens is they fall into lasciviousness and now they want to go back and get more. And it becomes an addiction. And now sex with their so-called man or their so-called husband is not enough, nor is it satisfying, because when they were with those multiple guys, there was so much things happening at the same time. It's just not the same when they go home to their man. Why is this happening? Because these women have demons in them now. And this is why they're unable to pair bond. This is why most women that are in their 40s will remain single for the rest of their lives. They will only get ran through, pumped and dumped, smashed and dashed by multiple brothers.
They never talked about it. You just let it happen.
We've never talked about it, and we just continued, and it happened one more time. And that
Notice it happened one more time. She just let it happen.
Little vacation trip.
Okay.
She was on a little vacation trip, and she went out there to get some D. That's what they do. That's what they do, fam. A lot of modern women take these little trips, and they go out to get some D. That's what they do. So if you have a sister who live in New York, she take girl trips with her girlfriends, please understand, she ain't just taking them trips to just get out the state. She went out there to get some new D. Then she come on back and act like nothing ever happened. And she got all these new experiences with all these different guys. You understand? It's literally called a 304 trip. Let's go.
Still never talked about it. It was just kind of like a thing we did. Done it. That's the first time.
Is there
and
anything
only
else
time.
that you haven't done that you want to do? In the bedroom? Or is there something that's on your bucket list?
Notice that. There's really nothing else she could think of because her body has been torn up by demons. Imagine that, brothers. She couldn't even answer the question because she done did everything that could be imagined. Everything that could possibly be done to a woman's body was done to these women's bodies. So how could you get married to one of them and expect to have a decent quality sex life? How? When everything you want or try is not new to them. So it's no excitement. And that's why most women, when they get into relationships, they get bored because they've been so used to getting their back blown out. Brothers, y'all need to peep the game. I'm trying to put you on. A lot of these sisters that you brothers are thirsting over, chasing around, be getting their backs blown out. Dudes be blowing their backs out, filling their mouth up with D. These chicks be swallowing nuts. A lot of nuts. And when they come around you, they act all sophisticated like everything is cool, but you don't know what they do in the back in the booth in the dark. And nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about the demons. Nobody's talking about the guilt. Nobody's talking about the shame. In the back in the booth in the dark, a lot of modern women be getting their backs blown out. I'm talking about brothers blowing their backs out, ripping their soul out, sending them back to the streets, degraded and defiled. And when a woman is defiled by Satan, the first thing she want to do is teach other women to sell their souls.
Your bucket list?
No. I mean, that probably would have been the thing.
Mm-hmm. That is like top tier, creme de la creme. I don't think
Notice that she said that's top tier, which means there's nothing else we can really talk about.
you can get any better.
I was going to say that was the one thing I had
Yeah.
not done.
Okay.
And that's why, like, on 50th birthday, I was like, you know what? If it's going down,
It's going down.
It's going down. It's
Notice 50-year-old, she's like, if it go down, it's going down, fam. That's crazy. That's crazy.
going down. And I wasn't predicting.
And this is what they do, fam. They go out, they go to a club, they go to the bar, and they just say, tonight, I'm just going to want to get ran through. This is what they do, fam. You know what I mean? It ain't like she was out on a date. It ain't like, well, you know, she got some guy's random phone number. She was out doing the little vacation thing, seen a couple of guys. They were doing their thing, and she hooked up with them. That's what she did.
Right.
But, you know, by the time I did like the fourth shot, of the Cafe Patron, I could kind of tell they were both dancing closer. And
Notice that these guys were dancing closer to her.
I was like, happy birthday to me. Fuck it, I'm going in.
I don't have
Notice she was there and she said, you know what? I'm just going to get with them, do what I got to do. That's what they do, fam.
to choose.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going in. Whatever's happening, I'm letting happen.
Notice Angie said, oh, you didn't even have to choose because she was going for both.
Was one of them better than the other, though?
Peep that, game. Peep that, brothers. She's asking, was one better than the other? Now, when you brothers get with a modern woman and she had her back blown out by these streets and all these guys done been up inside of her, I'm telling you, women literally are judging you based on all the many men they done been with. And that's sad because a woman, when she get with you, supposed to be pure. You are supposed to be giving her experiences. But if she got all these experience from all these different guys, how could you and her even bond or build? She have to literally sit there and think. That is so sad, man. It is sad that a 50-plus-year-old woman displays her bedroom business of being a 304 for the whole world to see.
Well, I was attracted to one more than the other.
Okay.
It's not that one was better.
Did you see that? She was attracted to one more than the other. So if a woman is dealing with multiple men, please understand, she's going to have a liking for one more than the other. So one of you brothers are not going to be respected. And that's just the way it goes. And this is how it is in these streets. Women will have 5 different guys that they have on rotation. 2 that they go to for sex, 1 that they go to for finances, and the other 2, they just there to fulfill her emotional needs. That's how they do it.
I was attracted to one more than the other. Both of them were French.
Okay.
So, and I speak French, so it was we spoke no English the
This
whole
just
time.
adds another level to the sex.
Notice how all of that is over her saying that they were French and she spoke French and they were speaking French the whole time. And they're so excited by that. That's what they're excited by. This is modern women, fellas. Y'all need to peep the game of what's going down.
There's levels to this shit, right? Right. So I speak French,
Write
they're
the
speaking
script,
French.
AJ. What are you doing?
It's very, very sexually promiscuous. This is the modern woman, fam.
I'm just telling you.
This is a movie.
Right to sex. It was so,
Notice how they make sex of so great importance, but it's only that way when a woman is able to explore her options of literally opening her legs for multiple men. You don't hear women talking like that when a man talk about having more than one wife. You don't see them all there saying, oh, that's so sexy. I can't wait to try it. Oh my goodness. You don't see that. But when you see modern women talking about having 2 or more men, banging them at the same time, it's so sexy. It's so nice. Wow. Do you see what I'm talking about, brothers? This is why I teach you to practice polygyny and stop wasting your time with these women trying to feel like, well, I have to ask my girl if I can have more than one wife. No, you don't. Just go out there and get her and make sure you take care of her and don't be in that pump and dump business and do what's right. That's all you got to do, fam.
nationally sexy.
Yes,
And
2 French guys in St. Bart.
Yes, and beautiful and chocolate and pretty teeth and eyes sparkling in the dark.
Eyes sparkling in the dark. Wow.
Oh my
Shit,
goodness.
this sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Yes.
I'm down for
Notice how they're all down for it and ready. See how that is, brothers? Modern women will fight against topics of polygyny. When you talk about a man having more than one wife, they'll fight against that. Oh, I'm not into that. I'm not sharing no man. I'm not doing this. But look at the modern woman on the screen, fam. They're all ready to share in that type of dysfunction. If this does not prove the hypocrisy of modern women, I don't know what else to say. Modern women are totally against a man having more than one wife. You have to literally fight. But when it comes to a woman having multiple men, look at how they open up all doors. They're ready for it. Why? Because the modern woman embrace being 304s. They have no morals, no values, and they don't walk with God. They made a deal with the devil. And this is why we have so many single mothers in the Black community. This is why there are no marriages. This is why there are nothing but dysfunctional homes. It's because our women are overly sexualized. In secret, they do these things, brothers. Be mindful.
Did you just raise your hand?
22, YOLO.
Are they single? Are they single?
Peep that. She's asking, are those guys single? Peep the game, fam.
Are they single? Are they single?
I didn't ask. I don't know. It was just happy birthday to me, but we're still friends. You know, we still hate each other. Happy birthday. I was like, not as happy as it was in 20.
Now you see that, fam? The woman asked, are they single? She said, I didn't ask. So you mean to tell me you just got with 2 men after getting drunk and had them run a train on you? Now here's the ultimate question. Were these 2 men wearing protection? You all know the answer to that. Nobody was wearing any protection. This 50-year-old 304 was getting her back blown out by 2 men she didn't know. She didn't know where they came from. She didn't know what relationships they had, but these 2 men was raw dogging her back. And you wondering why these venereal diseases are out here. You wondering why STDs are rampant. You're wondering why the spread of HIV is happening. You're wondering why so many women got herpes. You're wondering why they got gonorrhea. You're wondering why they got all of these issues. The woman asked, were these men single? She said, I didn't even ask. So you don't even know where they came from. You don't even know what woman they getting with. You understand? So she allowed 2 men to put their rod up in her raw dog. Don't you dare tell me that you are using a condom, because we all know, Miss Johnson, that you was sucking that Johnson raw dog. Ain't no way these men were using condoms, because for your 50th birthday, you wanted to go out with a bang, and you sure enough got banged. Not only is your last name Johnson, but you was riding the Johnson. You swallowed the Johnson. Raw dog. Let's go.
Like, when are you coming back? I was like, I'll let you know.
Wow, fam. She said they're gonna let her know when you're coming back. Man, this is it, fam.
Think it'll ever be like a normalized thing for 2 guys and 1 woman?
This is all we're gonna say on this, fam. You hear it there. It's very clear. Women are fantasizing about having more than 1 man. But when you brothers hear me teach on polygyny, notice how all the women cringe up and start protesting against you having more than 1 wife. But notice what the podcast promote. It promote women dealing with more than 1 man. You like the content? Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell for more videos. Thumb up the video and let everyone know about the work we're doing over here on Black Male Advice TV. This is the best channel for reaction videos. I'll catch you all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%